It's time now to check out a nifty entry-level cruiser from a Korean motorcycle and ATV manufacturer, Hyosung. Much like our brothers in the auto industry, motorcyclists have recently started to see various Korean and Chinese brands starting to roll into Canada. And like everyone else, we were curious to see how they perform. At the heart of the Hyosung GV 250, you'll find a Mikuni carbureted 249cc air and oil-cooled V-twin, reported to produce roughly 27 horsepower. Stopping this lightweight 170-kilogram cruiser is a single 275mm disc brake up front, while at back a more traditional drum brake helps to slow the GV's cast aluminum wheels. Seat height is a low 700mm, while the 14-liter fuel tank says, "Let's ride." A call to action echoed by this week's new-to-the-sport guest road tester, Terpstra.
So Kathy, I know you've just got your license and you're still on shaky ground, but I also know that you own a Suzuki that's very similar to this. So I was really anxious to put someone like you on this bike because clearly it's designed for someone like yourself. What was your first impression when you picked it up this morning?
I really like the bike. It's about the same size that I'm used to as far as weight, and it really came up easy. I didn't feel like I had to pull on it at all.
Right.
I can touch the ground on both sides, which is a comfort factor for me being a new rider.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the ride once I picked it up. I found that, you know, second, third gear had enough to do 60, 70K.
Yeah.
And then I had to kick it up to fourth or fifth.
Right.
And riding along at around 100, 105 was really comfortable.
Yeah. Did you notice anything in terms of vibration or?
No, that's one thing that I really enjoyed. There was no vibration in the foot pedals.
Right. What about the sound? Bikes like this are all about rumble. What did you think about the sound of the bike?
It's fairly quiet. I've heard louder bikes, but it was something that I could hear it when I revved the engine.
Yeah.
And I like that as well.
How did you find the clutch?
I have small hands, and I found it was a little bit of a reach with the size of my hand, but it wasn't too hard to pull at all.
Right.
So
maybe you would have appreciated if that was adjustable.
Adjustable would be good, and then I could set it just a little bit closer for my hands. It was easy to hang on to the handlebar without having my gloves hit the clutch every time I wanted to pull my hand up and over.
Right.
But a little bit closer would have been a little bit more comfortable for me.
What about the brakes themselves?
The back brake was a little bit soft. I felt like I had to push down on that a little more so than I would have liked to.
Yeah.
Front brake seemed quite comfortable. I didn't feel like I was jerking or hitting it too hard.
Yeah.
And it was a comfortable ride with the braking.
So enough stopping power for this machine?
I think so.
Tell us about the experience of actually riding the bike.
Okay. The mirrors were fine. I adjusted them before I got on, and they didn't vibrate very much at all, as the foot pegs didn't.
Yeah.
The windshield moved around a little bit. It was a fairly windy day today while we were out riding.
Sure was.
But I found that I did take some wind, whether it just needs to be adjusted or it might just be my size as well.
Right.
But it was a smooth ride. I was quite comfortable with it. I didn't feel like a small little bike on the road. I felt like I had enough power to be seen, and I felt like I had enough power to get out and around people if I had to. I didn't try the horn today, but everything was readily accessible. Not too far of a reach for anything. When I was reaching for the signals, I could easily read the speedometer. I knew if my turn signals were on. Nice to be able to see that.
Yep. What do you think of the bike as far as its fit and finish and the look of it?
I think it's a nice looking bike. It doesn't look as small as the engine size indicates.
Right.
To me, it looks like a bigger bike than that. I like the chrome. I like the pinstriping on the fenders, and it looks like a smart bike to me.
So who would you recommend this bike to?
I'd recommend this bike to anyone getting started into biking, especially female riders. It's a comfortable ride. It feels like a safe ride, and I feel like I'm in control of the bike when I'm riding it.
So overall, good day.
Overall, it was a great day.
You're smiling.
Yes.
Okay, Kathy, you did a great job.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome.